When I first started making YouTube videos, never in a million years did I think a humble lawnmower showdown video would eclipse the 1 million view mark. But here we are, and it's been 2 years since that glorious day, and the lawn care industry has not stood still. New products, new technology, and new promises. It's time for round 2. And let me let you in on a little secret here. If you're using the spec sheet of these lawnmowers to determine which one you should buy, which one you should trust to get the job done, wrong-o. Those spec sheets and the entire messaging around each one of these mowers is written by a team of marketers who are experts at crafting a message to get you to buy. The only way to really figure out which one of these mowers is best is to throw them in the most ridiculous tests imaginable. So I bought 5 of the best of 2025. I put them through the TLR gauntlet. Really press them to the limits. And today we're gonna find out which one of these makes the cut. And by the way, Future Tyler speaking here. I just wrapped up filming this video. I walked over 17 miles and burned over 6,000 calories in 2 days testing out these lawnmowers. By far the most physically demanding video, the most mentally demanding video I've ever filmed. But I turned over every nook and cranny with these mowers. And by the end of this video, I'm confident that you will know which lawnmower you want to buy, and I'll give you a little hint. It's not one of the major, brands that you would expect from a battery-powered lawnmower. I was pretty surprised. And let's just say, one of these may or may not have bit the dust during the testing process. Rest in peace. Let's get into it. Test number 1 is the Mower Mile. Last time I did this, I walked through my neighborhood and just pushed them across the ground. I think I walked like 9 miles or something. This time, I heard you guys loud and clear. You wanted some resistance. You wanted some real world feedback or testing. So I got a big piece of property out here. I'm just gonna push all these lawnmowers, see how long their battery lasts. As you can see behind me, the lawn's been cut. Basically the same height all the way across this, and I'm gonna set the heights to the exact same heights on these mowers. They all have fully charged batteries. We're gonna see which one of these batteries lasts the longest. I'm gonna be here for a while. All right, first up's this Makita. I figured now would be a pretty good time, since I'll be mowing for the next couple hours, to tell you about today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is PESTIE. All right, y'all know me. I'll edge my lawn with a dang butter knife if I have to, but the second I see a roach sprint across my garage like it's training for a marathon, your boy's out. That's why I grabbed PESTIE. It's a DIY pest control, so it's got pro-grade stuff. This kit comes with everything. I'm talking gloves, reusable sprayer, the treatment itself. Heck, the only thing it doesn't come with is a pest control tech named Gary who's gonna charge you $400. All you have to do is fill up that bag with water, pour in the solution provided, maybe rinse that solution bottle out a little bit so you get all the goodness in the bag, connect that wand, pull it out like you're ready to duel, shake it up real good, and it's time to start spraying. It takes 10 minutes. I've wasted more time doing all sorts of things. I used to have ants in the kitchen, spiders in the garage, and that one mystery insect that I'm pretty sure had eyebrows. Now, crickets. PESTIE's treatments are kid and pet friendly, which is huge around here because my son treats the kitchen floor like a dang buffet. And it's tailored to your zip code's bugs and weather, so you're not just spraying and praying. Plus, they rotate formulas so bugs don't build up immunity like it's The Walking Dead or something. It's pest control that works, doesn't kill your wallet, and respects the bees because I want pollinators in my garden. I'm just not big on roaches in my pantry. And hey, PESTIE has a bug-free guarantee, so if you're not happy, you get your money back. Click the link below, grab your first PESTIE kit, and say bye-bye to bugs, and hello to being the hero of your home, like you deserve. We're about to lose that first battery, actually, which is surprising because I've only been mowing for like 15 or so minutes. Actually, probably a little bit less. This is not good. So now I think it's switched over. Yeah, it's switched over to the new battery, but man, you deal with it dying for, gosh, half this length right here. I could tell the RPMs were getting lower and lower and lower. I'd like for the batteries, if they can, to run like concurrent with each other at the same time versus, you exhaust one battery, then move on to the other. But Makita didn't ask me, but that's my feedback. I don't like that. Another kind of annoying thing about this mower is that there's not really like a status light. I mean, there is. but like I can't see it go. It's pretty much the only indicator that the battery is getting close to dying is just like when it dies. I know that sounds kind of funny, but a lot of these other models have like a status light on them. So it'll show like, you know, oh, you have 33% battery left. And then I can kind of plan my job a little bit better. This one, I'm just driving blind. All right, second blinking red. You see it? Second blinking red light means the Makita is about donezo. Just die. It won't die. There it goes, completely dead. It ran for 25 minutes, which is really bad, in my opinion. I don't know, we'll see what the other ones do. Okay, so next up is the Greenworks 25-inch deck. I'm kind of afraid this one's gonna run for like ever. I don't know, I like what I'm doing, but it's also really hot and I stupidly wore pants, so boo. I actually decided to double mow this because it was so consistent. All about trying to make this as fair as possible. So I didn't know one of those bushes back there had thorns on it. Just went through it. All good. Just hoping there's no sharks around here. Almost done with this field, so I'm gonna have to go locate some more grass after this. All right, 55 minutes down. Still plugging along with this Greenworks. It dropped its first light pretty quick, and then it's held on pretty good. All right, so it's been an hour and almost 2 minutes. If you remember, the Makita lasted, I don't know, 25 minutes, just about right there. So this one I started at 30 minutes on my watch, and we just died. So thought it was gonna be a short day with one battery. Turns out that thing is a zombie battery. It never wanted to die. So we're done with it though. All right, next up's the Milwaukee, which I envision will have a really long run time since there's two 12 amp hour batteries, but we'll see. No fakers, doing this for real. All right, so on the Milwaukee, 30 minutes down, still haven't even lost a single light on the status. It's looking like a minimum, bare minimum of 2 hours of mowing with this one. Oh. So either I'm hallucinating or this thing's messing with me, because it dropped a light and then now it's back up to 4. Send help. So hallelujah, 45 minutes. Oh, just added another light. It was down to 2 and now it's back up to 3. All right, it's been about an hour. I'm down to 1 light. No, it's back. There's 2 lights. What is going on? Oh baby. We're blinking. We're blinking. I'm not gonna lie, I'm hurting bad. I've been mowing for a while. All right, somehow it just died, which is, I'm not complaining. That light's flashing. Ran for about 70 minutes. Dead. That light's flashing. All right, next mower up is this Ego. I don't really remember the exact runtime advertisements, but it doesn't matter. I'm testing it. I think it's gonna be a long time though, and I'm a little afraid. I'm gonna be real with you for a second here. I've been staring at this indicator right here, thinking that this was the battery charge light over here on the left. No, it's just that big old number right there that says 77%. But luckily we burned 23% battery in about 20 minutes. So it's pretty good. So I'm currently 3.5 hours in, I hope you can see that. Starting to get goosebumps a little bit. I don't know why. And my face is tingling. I think I'm gonna shut it down for a little bit and finish it up at my house. Hopefully rehydrate a little bit. Small flesh wound, get that taken care of. But yeah, not feeling super hot. All right, picking this back up at the house. Finishing up the Ego 46%. I'm honestly running on pure adrenaline right now. I'm in a lot of pain. My butt hurts. Everything hurts. All right, I got 12% left. I'm gonna have to start on the backyard. Still have the Ryobi to go. My filming's slowing down, less updates because I'm literally dying. So this is kind of crazy. It's gone from 12% all the way down to 4% in like maybe 45 seconds. Interesting play, Ego. I know what's happening. Three. Dang. 2, 1. Now we're at 1%. And we're dead. 241 when I started that thing. Now it's at 406 hours wise. Gotta be something like an hour and a half. Just under an hour and a half, I think. So the leader. All right, round number 5 of this. We got the Ryobi left and then we're done. All right, so last time I did this, everybody gave me the hardest dang time in the comment section about my Ryobi battery. 12 minutes in, 2 lights down. That means it's halfway through. It had an advertised runtime of 70 minutes. We're halfway through and we're already through half the battery. I'm not doing anything wrong. It's got the batteries in it it needs. 2 of them. I don't have a vendetta against the Ryobi, but I noticed this also. When I push it down with my thumb, it keeps getting stuck. I don't know why. So you push it down with your thumb and it's stuck in place like that. So I want the ability to control how fast it's going, but if I lay the hammer down on there, it's stuck, and I hate that. So as I'm wrapping up this year's mower mile, I just wanted to say, like, I'm kind of in a little bit of a weird spot with some of these brands. Like, I think I've gotten to the point where I've grown in size, obviously thanks to you guys subscribing, but I'm kind of at a place where some of these bigger brands, truthfully, have started to like not be so supportive of the channel. And I don't say that to like get sympathy from you guys, but it's just the truth. When I was up and coming and I was a new channel, I think the brands maybe knew that they had a little bit more influence. And as my channel's growing, I don't get kind of the same stuff, if that makes sense, as I used to. I used to be able to email so-and-so and so-and-so. I'm not gonna say any brand names, but there's some big ones that they used to, like when I would need something, maybe I was doing the mower showdown and was like, hey, I don't really feel like going out and spending $7 grand on all these mowers. Like, I'm gonna review these, I'll give my honest feedback, but would you like mind supporting the channel and just donating one of the mowers? Like last year, or last time I did this, I don't think I bought any of them. So I couldn't be partial to any of the brands. All of them were free. This time, I've had a really hard time with that. And I think it's because they found out that I was like brutally honest with them on these and I couldn't be bought. So I guess that's kind of like an impassioned plea here. I know it's kind of like, I don't like doing this, but really like you guys are the reason why I exist and I'm able to exist and put food on my kids' table as my subscribers. And you guys coming back and sharing these videos and commenting on them and telling YouTube, hey, this is something that I enjoyed. So hitting that thumbs up really helps me. It really helps the video. So if you guys don't mind hitting that, doing those things like subscribing if you're not subscribed and sharing this with somebody you think might be interested in or entertained by this at all, that'd be really awesome. So this one was a financial hit to your boy for sure. But I really hate mowers that say, hey, our batteries run for 70 minutes and we're 40 minutes in and it's got 1 light to go. You guys as a consumer deserve to know the truth behind what you're actually getting when you buy these things. So I really am passionate about it. I remember like when this flip kind of switched in my brain was like, I was young and I'm not joking, we would get a Happy Meal and I would be so annoyed because the toys that they advertised in the Happy Meal, like it looked huge. You were like, wow, really? And it comes out and it's this big. So like false advertising to me is one of the most annoying things that I deal with in life. And so I'm like, I'm done with it. I've bought crappy tools in the past, wasted money, and I'm trying to help you guys not do that and give you the most informed, accurate information that you can get when you go to buy one of these things. And I'll tell you which one I think is best. But anyway, that's all I got. Let's get back to this thing. So we're 2 out of the 4 lights down, battery lights, and we're about close to 30 minutes mowing. So we just dropped another light. So we're down to our final light. About 2 minutes later after I gave that update too, by the way. Still not mad about it. It's no Makita, you know. But I think we'll get a decent amount of runtime. I'll probably be able to finish my neighbor's front yard. Thank you, neighbor, for giving me the space to do this. But yeah, I didn't anticipate runtime being about 50 minutes, but again, maybe we'll have another zombie battery on our hands. Just keeps coming back to life. There it goes. Hallelujah. 54 minutes, about on the dot. A little over 54 minutes of runtime. Again, it was advertised as 70. Guess that's why they do these tests. Why we do these tests, I guess. So another mower mile down. So based on the results of the mower mile, in first place, you got the Ego. Second place was the Milwaukee. Third place was the Greenworks. Fourth place was the Ryobi. And obviously fifth was that Makita. Next test up, the absolute classic bog down showdown. I've got this field out by my house with really overgrown grass. I'm gonna run each one of these mowers through the thickest stuff I can find and see which one handles that the best. I'm gonna start each mower deck at 3 inches, but all have fully charged batteries. And then if it makes it all the way down and back, then it makes it on the next round. And so I'm starting at 3 inches, going to cut it down by 1/2 inch. That's the increments of each one of these adjustment levels, and just see which one bogs down last. First up, the Ryobi 40 volt Whisper or brushless series. I'm not sure which one. I'm using the turbo button if it's got it. If it doesn't, I'm not using it. Don't really care if it's unfair. If the brand wanted their mower to have a turbo feature, they should have added it. Anyway, so I'm getting old and cranky, I think. So I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been the biggest fan of Ryobi over the years, but that thing absolutely ripped. Made it safely through round 1. Next up, the Makita. It's another one that I really haven't liked historically. Absolutely hate this design, honestly. Can we get a little softness here? This is just hard metal. Ooh, this buddy's struggling. Walk it back. Feels kind of like a walk of shame or something. Shame for Makita, not me. Next up is the Ego, which has been historically one of the better performing mowers that I've ever used. And this is their new model. So let's see how actually powerful it is. Really sleek design. Woo! Did you hear those RPMs? Safely through round 1, no surprise to me, honestly. It ate that grass up. All right, next up, the Milwaukee M18. This is another historically really good performer. I've oft been called a Milwaukee fanboy. I'm not a Milwaukee fanboy, and if you remember, the Milwaukee didn't even win the last round. I guess the video from 2 years ago, it didn't even win. I think it came in 3rd place or something. Anyway, let's see how this one does. Eating it up. Eating that grass up. And no surprise, Milwaukee made it through round 1. Easy. Last up is the Greenworks wide body mower. Might have a little bit tougher time just with a 25-inch wide deck. I don't know, we'll see. Just a hypothesis. I imagine this one's gonna make it through, but you know, again, who knows? Too fast, had to take it down a notch. Darn. Maybe, huh? It is what it is. They're all at the same height. So, yeah, so it looks like Greenworks is the last of the bunch on that one. Didn't even make it through round one. I didn't make the rules, I just enforced them. Actually, I did make the rules on this one, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so it's time for round two of the Bog Down Showdown. The Ryobi, Ego, and Milwaukee all made it through the first round with flying colors. This one, the Milwaukee was alive, was barely breathing. Beautiful song, still alive, but we're barely breathing. Anyway, we'll see how round two shapes out. Again, taking them down a notch, increasing the resistance or bogability down in each round. So we'll see. First up, Ryobi. I am so far completely shocked by this Ryobi. Oh, you saw that, right? I mean, it just about died there at the end. But again, I'm shocked. But the Ryobi is an absolute tank. All right, Ego's up. It's like old school Alabama coming through here. Just a beast of a mower. This is light work for the Ego. Whew. One of these mowers is gonna have to die, man. It's too hot for all this. Next up is this Milwaukee. I don't anticipate it making it through this round just based on how it sounded in the last round, but we'll see. Still hanging on. Woo. I'll be danged. I thought it was really gonna give out there for a second, but all three on to round three. All right, Ryobi up. Well, made it about 20 feet on third round, and then Ryobi died. No, sir. All right, next up's the Ego. Let's bring it down a notch as well. Ego just died, made it all the way down and back to right here. About, I don't know, 18 feet away from the finish line. Ryobi died and Ego died. So let's see how this Milwaukee does. I'm actually gonna have to take it on the other side of that Greenworks just to give it enough grasp so it's a fair cut. Because I know the people in the comment section would say something. Just kidding. You guys keep me honest, and I appreciate it. Looks like the Milwaukee died just for where the Ego died. So that's how it goes. I think, what? Greenworks was last, then Makita, then Ryobi, then Milwaukee, then Ego. Ego won the Bog Down Showdown. It always makes me feel like I'm like in Louisiana or something. Bog Down. On to the next one. And based on that Bog Down Showdown, first place was the Ego, second place was the Milwaukee, third place was the Ryobi, fourth place Makita, and fifth place Greenworks. Next challenge up is the cut check. Basically what I'm trying to test here is how well each one of these mowers sucks up, lifts up those grass blades and provides a good clean cut. So what I did to make this happen, basically I let the grass grow up real tall in some of these spots right here, spray painted them white to give it a little bit more visibility for when I'm like inspecting the cut area to see, you know, did it cut super well. Took it down real low around it so that we get a good visual on exactly how well each one of these are cutting. Basically, I'm gonna run each one of these mowers down this little section right here. Each one has their own corresponding yellow or white section, and just do a visual inspection to see which one of these, like I said, cuts the best, the cut check. So the first mower up is this Ryobi 40 volt. All these mowers are gonna be set to the same exact height, and they'll all have sharp blades and a fully charged battery, so should be good to go. So the Ryobi went first, and I am largely unimpressed. As you can see, tons of missed grass blades. Hope you can see it. That was the desired effect with the white paint. You know, there's a good bit of cutting, but you can also see a good bit of missed grass blades. On to the Ego. Just finished up the Ego. You know, you can see some definitely few missed grass blades. I will say that it's probably in a little bit better shape than the Ryobi, but still some missed blades, and I'm really surprised by that because that's their brand new, supposed to be like best of the best mower that they got. You can kind of just tell with these. Sometimes you can tell if a battery powered mower is going to give you the same lift on the grass blades. You can just kind of hear it. Honestly, not been too impressed with the Ego and the Ryobi. A little bit more impressed with the Ego though. So on to Milwaukee. The Milwaukee to me just has a much better, like something about the design on the underside of the mower deck or something, I don't know. But you're seeing a pretty consistent cut, I mean, across the board here. There's one that I would have liked to have been cut, but all in all, definitely the leader so far is the Milwaukee. So you can tell, even that Greenworks did a great job. I would say a little bit more missed grass blades than where the Milwaukee was, but I would say it's probably in line with the Ego, a little bit better than the Ryobi. The Ryobi, you can see it from here. There's just tons of little grass blades standing up. I don't know why. I don't know why, but that's why we do the test. So a little bit of missed grass blades. I'm gonna actually give the Ego the nod over the Greenworks. So we're going Milwaukee, Ego, Greenworks, Ryobi. And last up is this Makita. Wow, actually in a pretty surprising twist, I'd say the Makita did a really good job. Well, there's a big old clump right there. Just after inspecting a little bit, I kind of would have expected it to come in last just because of how it's performed on the other tests, but I think I still got to go Ryobi in last place. Makita, Greenworks, Ego, Milwaukee. Milwaukee's best by far. That's a clean cut right there. It's a clean cut. There you have it. On to the next one. So after that cut check, here's how the standings look now. First place, Milwaukee, second place Ego, third place Greenworks, fourth place, fifth place Ryobi. So from a user experience with all 5 of these mowers, honestly, I would still go with the Milwaukee as the most user-friendly, super responsive to the touch. Feels like a gas-powered mower in your hands, if that's what you're looking for. Not overly heavy though, but missed me with the headlights on all these guys. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And then that low speed setting, so stupid. The killer on this one was the touch. I remember as I was testing this mower, going around trees and starting and stopping with this one was really annoying. And it's all about convenience with these mowers. Like, it's 2025, we've advanced pretty far in technology. That, like, the more than half a second response time between when you press the gas and when it goes. I say gas, it's throttle or whatever you want to say. This one was pretty comfortable, pretty cool, except it clicking in that spot I could see being like low-key pretty dangerous. So that one is definitely not the winner. That one I'm gonna say is the worst, followed by probably the Ego, Ryobi, Greenworks, Milwaukee. Maybe I'm old school and I just don't like all those bells and whistles. I think it's just like a way to like get you to buy it. You know, there's some like the display displays your battery percentage to the exact percentage. And it's like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. It just kerplunks once it gets pretty low. So that's how I'm putting them. And cost was tough, especially towards the last two. So the rankings for the cost comparison, by far the cheapest is the Ryobi. Then when you went Greenworks, the Makita. Makita at $939 is absolutely insane, in my opinion. And then the Milwaukee and the Ego both tied at $999. Honestly, I wanted to differentiate based on the replacement costs, like basically do a tiebreaker there, but the Milwaukee being $50 cheaper and you get a 12 amp hour battery for the replacement, but the Ego being a little bit more expensive, $299, and you get a 6 amp hour battery, but then the warranty for the Ego was a little bit better than the warranty for the Milwaukee, so it kind of just ended up being a wash. Basically, both those mowers tied for last place. So with all that said and done, the best battery powered mower with all the tests ranked and their scores aggregated, the actual winning mower on this one is going to be the Milwaukee. I know it's the most expensive, but it performed the best as well. Even with it costing the most expensive out of all the mowers, it was still performed the best. Behind that was, very closely behind that was the Ego. Then in third place, super solid performance from that 25-inch deck Greenworks, followed by the Ryobi 40-volt HP. That one held up pretty well, but I think the cut check kind of killed it. It did not do well on that test. Followed by the Makita. The Makita was the worst for being $939. So my recommendations based on your lawn, if you have a smaller lawn that you anticipate cutting really frequently, or basically you're not putting it in a situation of high stress, I would definitely go with the Greenworks mower. But if you have like a decently sized lawn and you want to just make sure that you're getting a good cut, then I'd go Milwaukee. Those are my two suggestions. Smaller lawns, you can get away with the Greenworks. Bigger lawns, somewhat bigger lawns, definitely you want to go with that Milwaukee mower. Guys, thank you so much for hanging around to this point. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, throw them in the comment section. And I'd like to hear from you guys. What's the next tool showdown you want to see? Is it blowers, string trimmers, chainsaws, you name it? Throw it in the comment section. And the winning one is the one I'll do next. And if this video wasn't enough and you want to watch a little bit more lawn review videos, check out one of these two right here. Guys, thanks. Keep cutting. See y'all again. Peace.